Hi everybody, Cindy Utter here with my RC Endeavors, and today we're going to work on an I am page. Normally I have the book right here in front of me, but I need to get a little bit of prep work done first. This is a beautiful piece of purple tissue paper that a friend of mine had sent to me with some Happy Mail. And I'm going to use some archival ink. I'm going to use this deep red stamp. It's just bubbles. I'm going to leave it right on the thing. And I just want to put some bubbles on here because we're going to use this in the journal page today. Oh, don't mind my phone, I'm sorry. I just want to get a little bit of texture on this background. Nothing crazy, just a few odds and ends here. Things that either people have sent to me or I've, found along the way. Okay, so I just wanted to put a little bit of background on here. So we did that. Now the other thing I'm going to be using today, this is a piece of a regular manila envelope that I actually used the top part of it, or the bottom part of it, whichever way you want to look at it, for something else. And I want to use this. This is going to become a pocket for me today. So what I did is I basically just cut it. It's not sealed yet. That's no problem. This is going to be a work in progress as well. So let me get some stuff together and let's get going on our I am page today. Okay, so I have not gessoed this page, and I don't think I'm going to, because we're going to start off, we're pretty much going to cover a lot of it with this matte medium and some stuffs. So this is the piece of tissue paper that I just did some stamping on, and I used the archival ink stamp on it. So let's start out with a background. Let's get things moving here. Now I've been thinking about what are we going to do this week for this page, and there is a lot of thinking on what are we going to do for the new year. 2015 is slowly coming to an end, and then we're going to have to work on 2016. So this page is really going to it's going to be, I want to do it like a journaling type page, and what my intent is to journal about what I want to do for myself, of course this is I am, in 2016. One of the things I really wish I could put on that list is to get rid of this chronic pain. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So we're just going to work with it as is. I'm adding a little bit of extra, maybe tissue paper here, which is that polka dot. And this is just a random piece of probably scrapbook paper that I had. Come on, lay down there. I want it on the edge. There we go. Just kind of want to put it on the edge there. And we're just going to start a background. So anyways, what I was saying is what I'm really looking forward to this page becoming is a journaling page for 2016. What am I going to do? And I tore that paper the wrong way. So we're going to tear it the right way. I don't like it when it shows the white core. That drives me crazy. That's all right. We're going to paint over it anyway. So so that's what this page is. That's what my focus is for this page, is what am I going to do in 2016? And it's going to be a journal page. So I am going to use that little envelope that I showed you. And I'm going to have little cards, and I'm going to put some ideas in here as to what I'd like to do for 2016. I need to find my clips because my pages are going to bubble and that drives me crazy. So we're going to clip them down. There. Okay. So while you're working on your page, what are you going to do? What do you want to do for yourself in 2016? It could be something as simple as, I want to go out and get myself a decent pair of shoes. So when I walk, I can take my pain level down a little. It might be something as simple as, I want to spend more time with my children, or I want to spend more time on my art, or, you know, I'd like to go on a vacation with my husband, or I want to pay down my debt, or, you know, anything. It could be anything. So while you're working on your I am page, think about, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in 2016? So I know there's a lot of people do the come January resolution type stuff. Yeah, no, not so much. I don't do that because by the middle of January, most people have forgotten about it anyways. So, you know, it's just not something that I tend to do. So this is going to be my place to journal and to put what I want to do for 2016. That piece is not sticking down. So we say add more glue, right? Alright, so right now I'm just kind of throwing down a background here. I want to put a little bit of this color in here. Of course, you can see we're looking at a purple and pink theme by the looks of things. Just happens to be what I picked out this morning and what drew my attention. And I have tissue paper stuck. It's stuck. So that's what this is going to be. Let's see, I want a little bit more this purple. I love this purple tissue paper. Thank you so much, friend. You know who you are that sent this to me. It's very cool. Love it. Love it! Such a pretty purple. Let's take you right there. Okay, that little piece stuck there. Alright, now I did say I'm also going to work with this envelope, so I'm just going to set this aside right now and let it dry a little bit. And I'm going to continue with my scrap pieces. And I might do a couple envelopes. I'm not sure how I'm going to bind this yet, or shut it. Actually, I know how I'm going to shut it. I'm going to do this. There we go. It's shut. Voila. And I'm sure I'll use some washi tape on it, whatever. But this is going to be the front. And so I'm going to do the same thing here, only let's see if we can get a little bit of this yellow gone. So I'm going to start out with this big piece of pink. I'm going to put that down here. So I really don't want a yellow envelope, right? We're going to take this piece of purple and it's going to go right here. Awesome. We're going to take this piece of purple and it's going to go right here. Yay! And now I'm still going to take a little bit of this matte medium and we're going to put some more of this down. Because I kind of want this to go with the background, not necessarily blend in, which it won't by the time I'm done with paint and that sort of thing. But I want the same elements on this envelope that I have in the background. Okay. Alright, so we're going to set this aside to dry. I'm going to clean up my mess here. Look at that. I'm trying really hard to keep this thing clean, and I'll tell you, it drives me nuts. I would just as soon just have drop paper down here, so don't be surprised if you see it coming back to that. Alright, now I have these stickers and numbers that I've had left over that I just want to use up. I don't have any blue in there. Let's see, let's use this pink. So I'm just going to throw a couple of them on here. No real significance, okay? Just because I'm going to put a couple on the background as well. I have all this string hanging. Stay there. Okay. So I have these, like I said, these are just stickers. You know how when you have letters left over, you don't know what to do with them? I found this is a great place to use them up. You know, what are you going to do with an X and a W? Put them in your journal pages. How about a 0? There you go, good 0. F. Oh, don't mind my phone. I'm sorry, I'll turn that down momentarily. And a G. that right there. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit of matte medium on them just to make sure that they are laid down there. Okay. Alright, now we're going to dry this all up, and then we're going to start getting out the paint, and we're going to start playing. And let's see where it goes. We'll be right back. Alright, so this is pretty well dry. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something. We'll see if it works. These are actually gel crayons. This one's a watercolor twist up by Rose Art. This one is a Crayola twistable, which is like you write on the car windows with. And these are also Rose Art, and these are just gel crayons. Now what I'm thinking about doing, and I'm going to see if this works, I'm going to start out with a dark purple. Dark purple is going to be my border. Alright. I'm just putting some of this dark purple down. Just want it to be the border per se. And let's see, we'll bring it up in here a little bit. Why not? We'll bring some down here a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with, oops, stay on there. I'm going to go in with some pink. This one I've used quite a bit. I'm going to throw in some pink. And I'm sorry about my phone. Okay. I think it turned it down for quite a few notifications, but apparently not that one. Alright, we're just going to throw in some pink. And then I want to go in with an even lighter pink. Ooh, this one's dried out. There we go, we got it working, right? Now, what I'm going to do, instead of just wetting these with water, or I want to try using a white gesso with them. So let's see if this works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white gesso, I'm going to get my brush wet, and I'm going to pick up some of that gesso, and then I want to, let's see if it works. Yes, it does. And basically what I'm doing, put some more water on here, is I'm activating these gel crayon gelato type things with gesso. And I like it. I like it. Now I'm hoping, and we'll have to find out, this is going to be a hot mess for a little bit, but that's okay. I'm really hoping that the gesso will allow me to work over, because these gel crayons are a lot like your gelatos. And bring some more water, a little bit more of that gesso. Now I'm going to go in with the pink. I'm really hoping that using the gesso, it's going to allow me to write over top of these. So we're trying things out here. We're going to test and see. Let's find out. And I know I'm beating up my brush, but that's okay. I don't mind. Because I just want to, let's get this calm down a little bit. Then I will probably go back in, which I know I'm going to. I'm going to go back in with more color, but first I'm going to dry this. Okay, before I dry it all, I want to bring out just a little bit here and there. So I just have a baby wipe. I'm just going to bring out some here and there, because I want some of that background to still show. I don't want it all covered up, right? I love these. These are just, they're so smooth to work with. So much fun. and we're going to find out if we'll be able to write on top of these because we're using gesso with them. I'm hoping we can. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Okay, I'm going to dry this real quick and then I'm going to keep going with the color. So let me dry it. Okay, we're going to keep going. Pink, 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 pink. I like pink. Love my pinks. Like it. I like it. A little bit. I want some more of it. I cannot sing to you guys. I'm sorry. Like I said before, that's when my hubs knows I'm happy, is when I start singing. One hot mess into pretty. Into pretty. Yeah, the brush didn't cut it. We'll get rid of that. Using the fingers works so much better, doesn't it? That way you can get the color where you want it. Like it. Alright, where's the... I'll throw a little bit there. And I want some more of the one that... Just having fun. Isn't that what's, you know, great about art journaling, is you can just have fun. You can do whatever you want. There's no rules, there's no right, there's no wrong. Sometimes there's hot messes, but that's all right. Okay, now I kind of have it the way I want it. I'm going to take this white with this gesso, and I'm just going to go over this using my fingers. Just going to put a little bit of the white gesso in there. That's okay. Now, like I said, I'm really hoping that this will allow me, since it's got the gesso, it'll give me another surface that I can actually write on, but time will tell. Alright. Alright, let's dry this up really good, and then we'll see where we're going from here. Alright, well, I haven't tested this yet, but I'm not happy with the colors, so I'm going to pull out some Dina Wakley Blackberry Violet and Magenta, and I'm actually just going to start working on blending in more color that I'm looking for. So I've just decided I don't really like that look per se. So we're going to play. Play, play, play. I just got these Dina Wakley brushes, and I have to tell you, I absolutely love them. The bristles are hard enough so you can actually scrub. It's the only word I can think of using for it. You can actually scrub your page and put the paint where you want it to go instead of just having basic brush strokes, and I like that. So I'm just, like I said, playing with my color here and bringing in some of this Dina Wakley paint. That other purple wasn't quite purple enough for me. And I'm also going to work on this envelope, but first I'm going to keep on this page. And we're just going to change our color purple to the color that I want. Like it, I love it. It's funny. I really wish I could play music while I was creating for YouTube, but unfortunately YouTube likes to nix that. And the only way I can do it really is to play with my headset on, you know, putting my headset on, but then it just sounds really weird when I try to talk and my headset's on and music's playing, so I don't do that. Does it look like a hot mess yet? It's a little bit messy. That's okay. It's my page. I can do what I want with it. So I've been thinking about what I'm going to put on my little pieces that I have together here. I want to bring out some white gesso. I want to lighten this up just a little bit. A little bit too dark. A little bit too dark, so let's lighten it up. And I've been thinking about what I want to put on my cards that are going to go in my pocket. And I know a couple things, just right off the top of my head. The first thing I want to work on is I want to continue to work with my YouTube channel. You know, doing video hops and collaborations and sharing with subscribers. That's, you know, that's a huge part of my daily life at this point. So that's something I do want to put, you know, as a goal or as a continuation of what I'm doing now. What else? As I talked about in the previous video, I'm going to work on my classes. This year my classes kind of got put on the wayside and left behind, and I don't want to do that next year. I want to, because each class, it doesn't matter who the teacher is, you learn something from each class. Every teacher has either a different way of doing something or a tip or a trick, something that you pick up. So, you know, just because maybe you've taken a class with that teacher in the past, you're always going to learn something new. At least that's what I have found. So I definitely want to focus on my classes, so that's going to go in my little pocket here. What else? There's some personal things which, you know, we're not going to talk about on here, but they will go in my pocket as well. Some of them have to do with art, some of them do not. One of the personal that I can talk about is I need to learn to listen to my body a little bit more. My body tells me when I've had enough and I need to relax or use some heat or use some, you know, ice or, you know, just relax and calm down. And I tend to have a hard time listening to my body. It's kind of like the conversation of, yeah, well, get over it, I'm busy, you know. And I'm sure we've all done that. But dealing with the chronic pain, that's, you know, it's even harder. I have to listen to my body, because if I don't, I end up paying for it. So now, even though I just went in, I put all that down there, I'm just going through and maybe taking some of it up, putting a little bit on the edges. Again, I'm just playing with this. This is just, it's fun. Take away, put back, take away, put back. You know? I think it's all about the layers. Just the layers. And what I'm hoping when I get to the point where I want to start working on the actual background as far as a focal point is that I will have enough color so that my focal point will be what I want it to be. Alright, I'm going to let this dry, give it a second. While I do that, I'm going to work a little bit on this envelope. Now, you saw me just kind of glue it together here, which that's not a problem. I cut around my edges so that it's pretty well flat. Now I'm going to put a little bit of this paint on here. And this I'm going to tend to go a little bit lighter with because I do want to write on this. So let's use our white gesso. I still want the pink there and I still want it to show through, but I want the envelope to stand out more. And I might come back in. Oh, it looks like I gotta put some paint there. I'll probably come back in with a little bit of the Dina Wakley paint and just kind of wake up the edges a little bit, maybe. Now there's certain spots of this I'd like to stand out. Maybe the 8, maybe the 3, a little bit of bubbles. Just little bits here and there. Alright, I'm going to dry this up. I'm going to dry up my page and we'll keep going. Alright, so this is pretty well dry and the page is still working on it, so I want to work some more on this. Like I said, a dear friend of mine sent me these goodies just recently, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love them, so thank you so much, sweetie. What I'm going to do, gotta love washi tape, don't you? Everybody loves washi tape. I do. I enjoy washi tape. It's fun. And if I can find my scissors, they're hiding. I'll throw some washi in here. I'm going to put some on the top. And I'm going to put some on this side. Now this side, I'm debating on whether or not I should close it. Right now I'm not going to. Oops, get back here, you. But I may, once I get everything in there I need, I may close the side of this. But for right now, I'm not going to close it. I'm going to keep it open. Okay, and then we're going to put one on the bottom. And this is also going to set this apart from the page a little bit, so that it doesn't just... Okay. Alright. Now with the gift that she sent to me, she had this cute little tag here with my name on it that she did in glitter. So I'm actually going to use that on this page, and it was all wrapped up in, like I said, that purple what do you call it, tissue paper. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this. Ah. Just because I can. Because I can. I might, you know, I might dig out a few beads. I'm going to tie this in a knot. I might dig out a few beads to put on this. I'm not sure. I really don't want my I Am journal real thick and chunky. It's getting really thick now, but I may. We'll see. But for now, this is going to go on here. And actually, I'm going to put that on there maybe with a brad. I'm going to cut this off a little bit. There we go. Alright, so that's going to go there. Let's tie this in a bow. Now that I cut it off, I'm not going to be able to tie it in a bow. You can try. Come on. Come on. Eh. It's too short. Let's try it like this. Close enough. Close enough. Right? That's my end. Alright, close enough. Alright, that's going to go right there. And I don't think I'm going to get a brad to put that on there. So, there's this. Let me go ahead and get my brad. I also received these adorable, I love these little paper clips. And these are actually going to go right here on this for, I'm going to put my tags that I don't have filled out on one of the paper clips. And I'm going to put the tags that I do have filled out on another paper clip. And you know, I think I am going to end up shutting that, but for now it's going to stay. Let me grab my brad. I'll be right back. Alright, so I found my little pokey tool here, and I love this thing. I have no idea where I got it, but I just love it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put a hole right about there with my little pokey tool. Oops. Stick my brad in there, maybe. I know it'll go in there. There we go. Alright. Oops. My heart. I covered up a little bit of my C. I don't care. Okay. Come on, shut. Okay, there's that pokey tool. Now, so this is almost ready to go. I think I'm actually going to run it through the Xyron machine to put a sticky on the back of it. We'll see. Now, what I was thinking is I have these arrows that we had done a swap in Crazy Island Family. And I thought, oh, these will be really cool to use. So I'm not going to color the actual arrows themselves. I am going to leave them black and white, and basically I want to have these pointing toward what I consider my goals. So I'm just going to outline them a little bit. Nose itches, pardon me. Just outline them, use some hot pink, maybe a little bit of purple. Because I like them black and white. I think they're neat black and white. Alright, let me find... And these are just the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, as well as these are the concept markers that I got from Jerry's Artorama recently. Okay, so there's a couple pink. And I didn't cut these perfect, which that's okay. This is not about being perfect. This is just about, you know, what I need to look at and focus on for this next year. My last page was focus on my art. This is more of goals on different things I want to look at in 2016 for myself. Alright. Now these, like I said, are all going to go onto that page. And then we're going to start pulling all this together. Alright, so let me get my Xyron out because I want to get a sticky on this. And we'll get these pages together and we'll start putting it all together. Alright, so now I have my page here. I ran this through the Xyron machine. And I'm just making sure the sticky stuff stays on the back of it. And this, make sure all the sticky stuff is back. There it is. Alright, so this is going to go right here on my page. Okay, there's my little pocket to put my stuffs in. Got some sticky on around the edges, no biggie. Alright, so there's my little pocket. Now, I also went and put my arrows through, but then I got thinking about it, and I like the fact that I have the washi here, but I need more washi. I need more washi on my page. So I am basically just going to add some washi. Okay? Alright, so that's on there. There's my page. Here's my little clips, which are going to go on the page. Actually, this one's going to go here. Ah, I love them. This one's going to go right here. Okay. Now I have my arrows here, which are going to point to my goals. Again, these I put through the Xyron machines. I have a small, medium, and large Xyron, and I like these machines. To me, they're a lot of fun. So this one is going to go right here, the big one. I'm going to have one right here. I'm going to have one right here. And it's funny because I did not think about where to place these before. I'm just sticking them down where I think they need to go. That one's going to go right here. And this one, the little bitty one, is going to go on the front of this. Okay. Alright, now, I still don't think this page is done. I gotta put some of this stuff away. I got too much stuff on my desk. I want to put some white dots on here. As you all know, I have this thing for dots. Not quite sure why, but I like putting dots on things. So I'm just going to use the end of my Dina Wakley brush here. And let's hope I don't mess this up. I'm just going to go in with the white gesso that I have here on the side. And give myself a white dot border. Now I'm going to show you the little pieces of paper that I have that I'm going to be writing this stuff on. I won't be doing that on camera. And I'm going to move that because I know me, I'll get it covered in white gesso. I'm not going to be doing that on camera because there's some things I want to think about while I'm doing this. And I hope you find yourself, you know, thinking about what are your goals for 2016. Not what's your resolutions, not, you know, that kind of thing, but what are the goals you have for yourself? Do you want to continue working with your art? Do you want to maybe specifically work in only one medium? Do you want to make your watercolors, you know, focus on watercolor, or focus on acrylic painting or oil painting or textiles or sewing and fabric? I mean, you know, what are your goals? What are you going to do for 2016 to improve yourself, to make yourself happy, right? Because if we're not happy, if you're not happy, life gets tough. Life gets really tough when you're not happy. And I think by setting yourself some goals, and by looking at those goals and figuring out, okay, how am I going to do this? I think it makes life a little easier on you. That doesn't mean that you have to be a Picasso by the end of next year. But if you take one course over the year and you learn something, that's an improvement, right? Love it. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these I got from a download, a free download quite a while ago. Actually, it was a couple of years ago. And they came from Jenny Belly. And it's just all different kinds of borders and frames. Just little doodads here and there. So what I did is I just cut them out. I wasn't, you know, fussy cutting them. I just cut them out, nothing crazy. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take, I like that one. If I thought about it, I would put that one on there. I'm actually going to write in these. Okay. Let me give you an example. The first thing I am going to set for myself for a goal is I need to listen to my body. Okay? I need to do that for me, because with the chronic pain, if you don't listen to your body, you pay in the long run, okay? So that is the number one thing I need to do next year. I need to listen to my body, all right? Now this, like I said, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it right in this. I just stuck my finger in my gesso. I'm going to put it right in this envelope, and it's going to be held there with a paper clip. All right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue filling these up. And I'm going to add them into my I Am page. And this is my I Am. It's my goals for 2016. I really hope you've enjoyed this page. As always, be kind. Be kind. That's the world needs more kindness. Have fun. That's what life's all about. If you like, please comment. I respond to every comment that is written. And share. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I would love to have you on board and to share my art with you. So as always, have fun. That's what life's all about. Happy creating. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.